Hey! How's it going? I just wanted to do a quick video about the progress I've made on the old spinning wheel, the great wheel. I have not got it working, but I just wanted to go over what I've done, and maybe if there's anyone out there who is experienced and has some ideas about a couple things, they could let me know. Hi, kitty. So, first here's avocado. Oh, so I did make the bearings out of corn husks. This is what I got. I was trying to get them at the grocery, and I just couldn't find them, so I ended up ordering them, and it came in this huge pack. I used like 3 of these, and yeah, I watched some YouTube videos about how to make them. I just braided it, just a simple, I soaked them, I ripped this, and I did a 3-strand braid. So let me show you that. Okay, so here's the, what is this called again? The mother of all, right here. And the 2 maidens here. And as you can see, we've got the bearings, and the spindle is now in here. So, and in my last video I had this piece the other way, but actually this larger wheel is what is going to connect to the spindle. And then the smaller section over here is what's going to connect to the actual wheel part of this. So I also gave it a little bit of a washing because it was quite dusty. And I guess what I'm struggling with is, hey Gideon, could you be quiet? I'm trying to make a video right now. Is finding the right cord to use as a drive band. And then also this part seems so wiggly. So what I've got is, this is the original drive band, or at least what it came with. It's pretty thick. It's kind of like a jute, which is what I ended up buying at the store here. I went to Tractor Supply. They were all out of their cotton twine. Like all out of every, actually there was one giant spool for $30, and this was $2, so I thought I will try this, but as you can see, it's so fuzzy and it's fraying, and then I was trying to put some of this beeswax on it and it was just falling apart, so that clearly wasn't the answer. So I'm thinking just finding the cotton twine, maybe like a butcher's twine or something a little bit thicker, is what I need to do. And then the other, I did put this in here. This is a chopstick. So this needed a little peg to keep this on. And I guess I still need a little bit of like a washer in between just to prevent any damage, although it doesn't seem that bad. I cleaned under here this axle, and I put some beeswax in here so it spins freely. And then I was gonna cut this off a little shorter here, and then I was gonna do another little peg here. I think that there's a hole there. I think there's supposed to be a peg there. And then so it's missing one of its little paddles here for turning these. And also I saw it has these little holes up here where I think there's supposed to be pegs securing the bearings on each side. But I didn't want to do that until I figured out like the tightness of these bearings and if it was too snug. Obviously I want this to spin, So yeah, I guess the main issues I'm having is I need to get the right cord, and then this piece, it seems rickety, like, I don't know. And also, if you can see, these are not exactly the same here. So I'm not sure. I did try to use it with, I had cord here, and this was turning the spindle, and then I had the original drive band on, but it was slipping on the wheel, and it wasn't turning the miner's wheel. So I guess maybe it's about the tension and also about getting the right cord, and maybe using some beeswax. But if anyone has any tips or suggestions, that would be awesome. I was really considering even just selling the wheel and letting someone else take it, because it does take up a lot of space, but I really want to use it. I've never tried one of these. I think I would like it because you're standing and it's kind of an active thing, and I really like the idea of the simplicity of it, and it feels like defeat if I don't figure this out. So I'm gonna give it a little bit longer. I'm gonna try the other cord. Yeah, and if I can have it set up in the basement in a place where I can come down and just use it for a little bit and it's functional, then that would be sufficient for me to be happy with it as a project. We really don't have room in our house for any other thing, really. I've got a lot of kids, and we have a small farmhouse that is not like, there's not a lot of extra space, so this is where it has to be. Oh yeah, if you have any suggestions or tips or thoughts on how to get this thing working, please do comment below and let me know. That would be awesome. I have been spinning on my little Polywog. I've been spinning quite a bit. This week I did a couple skeins of Angora, and I'm gonna be doing more because I've been grooming the bunnies and harvesting some really nice wool. So that's been really fun. It's nice to have a spinning wheel that it's fully functional. It works really well. I don't have to fiddle with it. It's not an antique, and I can just spin, and that makes it really relaxing and enjoyable, and I'm able to make some nice yarn. So the cat, he's in a box. He's being so silly. And I've also been busy really just making food and trying to stay warm. It's been really cold here in Maine. It's been in the negatives at night and not getting above freezing. But finally yesterday, we've got above freezing weather during the day. It's supposed to be 43 today, which is like incredible. So that makes things a little less hectic and stressful. And yeah, it's just hard to heat our house with our, we heat only with wood, and we have a few electric space heaters for certain rooms if we need them. But it is hard to function when the house is like 50 degrees and it just feels like unmotivating to get started on things. So it's nice to have that some warm temperatures coming for the next few days. Yeah, I think other than that, well, I have still been doing eBay, so definitely been busy, and it's taken me a little bit to get to even what I've done on this project, because like I said, the corn husks, they had to come in the mail, and then I had to get around to actually working on it. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.